Hi guys, today we're going to react to Blink of Ray by Asterism. It's been a little while. This is a BuyMeACoffee request from Tabitha. Thank you, Tabitha, for taking us back to Asterism. We appreciate all your support.
Thank you, Tabitha. We appreciate the support. Another Asterism request, so that should be fun.
I'm loving this, as opposed to most of what we react to of Asterism. This is a lyric song. I think everybody's singing. It's nice to hear Halka's voice again. And it's a music video. We've reacted to music videos before, but generally we react to live performances. What's not to love here? The intro felt like metal. And I've never really categorized Asterism in my mind's eye. I always looked at them as a rock band and really can't recognize what it is now because they kind of shifted after the intro ended. But that's what it felt like. It felt guttural. It felt like they had something to say, and it's very serious. This song is not uplifting. It's not a mood lifter. This has a deep and even existential message, I think, in it that has to do with the subject matter. Beautiful so far, though.
Oh, it might be a mood lifter, but of another kind. First impression is this is definitely the heaviest song we've ever heard from them. What was going through my head as we were listening to it is Asterism's all grown up. We saw them as little kids and we saw them as these phenoms, but now I guess they're into adulthood, and I think they are trying to find their sound, or the sound that they want to be doing right now, the kind of music they want to be making right now. This is what this song kind of feels like. It feels like they've shifted into something new. I think we kind of got a hint of it. Maybe it was last time we reacted to them, the one they did with Marty Friedman. We got the screams, and here we're getting kind of a little bit more of that, but also in a fuller kind of song. It's very cool. I'm loving the sound. I like the way Halka sounds. I like the way they all sound together. I love the way the instruments sound. I like this kind of heavy from them. This is really, really cool.
Yeah, thus far it feels like a one-off, slightly unusual to what we've reacted to of Asterism so far. But if it's a phase shift of theirs, then I'm sure I will love everything they'll do with it, because I enjoy thinking that this is how they mature, by shifting like a massive gear to sort of celebrate their maturity.
If anything, we've learned our lesson, I think, from listening to Japanese bands. We don't try to kind of like box them in. We know that from here they could go on to more poppy stuff or heavier or whatever, and we're coming along for the ride. So yeah, awesome band, fantastic song.
After listening to this solo, I'm gonna have to go to sleep for like a week. Very intense. Halka never ceases to surprise me with her prowess on the guitar. She always reinvents herself and produces these wonderful sounds. It's always a spectacle. It's always a very enjoyable experience listening to her play. You can feel not just her commitment, but her almost supernatural talent. We started reacting to them when they were already mature, but when we continued to react to their songs, we came across a song of theirs that's titled 155, where they were like 11 to 13 young kids, and they played in a studio, and it's very enjoyable and impressive and an entirely standalone experience to witness the shift between how they were when they were children and how they are now. At least from my experience, this song that we're reacting to now and 155 where we reacted to, it's like two ends of a certain journey, at least in my mind. I'm sure they're in the middle of their journey, but to me, it's like looking at a crisp new entry from them. This is relatively new. It's a month old, this song, on their own channel. So this is what they are now, and we remember how they were when they were kids. Wonderful thing to witness.
Yeah, first of all, I agree. It feels that this might be the most recent thing that we've seen from them, and 155 is possibly the oldest. So it's good to kind of put everything else we've seen from them somewhere in the middle. And it makes us feel as though we've come to know them because we've seen them through this shift. Whether we went back and forth doesn't really matter, but we feel like we know them a little bit. So there's a sense of almost like pride in them, I mean. It's like, yeah, I'm proud of them. Look how far they've come. Look at how they've grown, kind of thing. Getting back to that solo, that was freaking amazing because it just blew my mind. That was beautiful. I think that what you're talking about as far as the journey and this and that, I think that's partly what this song is about. I'm not sure what Blink of Ray exactly refers to, but it sounded to me like it maybe talks about maybe in a blink of an eye or something that fades very quickly, something that you can't pin down in a way. This song, I'm not sure if it's an existential crisis, but it's some kind of an identity shift or perhaps some sort of a recognition by the narrator as to the fact that something's changed. There was a line that she was repeating in there saying, I just cannot prove that I am who I am. And I think that's the big one here. And it's almost like saying, maybe it's addressed at the fans or the audience in general, that's saying what we've done before and what we're doing now, if it disappoints you, that's a shame because this is kind of, we're finding who we are more and more and we're doing what we were meant to do perhaps. And we don't even know if we're there yet. That's how it feels to me because that first line, no one has reached it yet. Is my future still there? So I've still got somewhere to go. It talks about passing through everything, like running after something. So there's some kind of a chase to reach your greatness or your goal or your dream or wherever it is that you're supposed to be. And that's kind of what this song feels like. So far, I'm loving it. It's beautiful and I love this kind of heavy sound for them.
Yeah, you said before that you feel like they're trying to find their sound because this is a different song than what we've reacted to so far. The line says, I can't prove that I am who I am. It implies that they're trying to show their audience how they rediscover themselves as they go along. It's a work in progress. If we're talking about identity that they express in their music, it will always be a work in progress. They will never end that journey because they will always find out new things about themselves. And that's where the I can't prove that I am who I am, but you can see, I can show you where I am now, and you give it your own interpretation. That's what it means to me. That's why I think it's so important to hold this specific song as like a milestone, at least from our perspective, as we react to their music.
Yeah, and it also feels like where we are now, that might not be where we'll be tomorrow. This search, this journey, this race, whatever it is, it's a never-ending thing. Anything can change. Either you're along for the ride or you're not, that kind of thing. There were lines in there talking about, like, it's my soul, wake up now, stand up now. So basically kind of like facing that kind of thing of whatever your truth is, you got to follow it. So yeah, beautiful. Loving it.
I am too. And I also like to think about the title, Blink of Ray. At least what I think it means, in the grand scheme of things, this journey is so fleeting. It happens so fast from beginning to end. It's like the time it takes a ray of light to cross a space. You blink and you miss it. I think that's what it means. You mentioned something similar, but I think that's what it pertains to. And it's beautiful to title a song like that.
And it's on that blink of ray. So it's somewhere on that ray that potentially is never ending. And we'll always kind of progress along it or move along it. We'll always be on that, I guess, until it ends, if it ends. That kind of thing. It's got like a potential philosophical aspects behind it, but I don't know if that's what they meant, but that's kind of what it means to me.
Yeah. On the few times where we get to react to a lyric song from ASTERISM, they inject a lot of philosophy into it. It doesn't take away from the rawness of pure music and the mystery behind it. It adds to the mystery.
thrashy.
Mm-hmm. We don't hear Halka sing too often, but she started singing after her solo and she was fretting the strings. She was performing an intricate section and she was singing simultaneously. That does not look like an easy thing to do. Kudos for that. I could not notice that. And that thrashy, rhythmic thrash, that trance-inducing bit at the end, in my mind, it was like their form of exclamation mark. This is who we are now. This is who we are now. Nice to meet you. This is the forged us. Beautiful.
Yeah, it kind of ended the way it started, kind of like a thrash metal type of thing. Yeah. And at the end, that repeated section that didn't feel like it was ever going to end, felt like they were hammering home the point. They were just telling you, are you getting it? Are you getting it? Are you getting it? That's kind of what it felt like. Beautiful. They're all fantastic. The boys on bass and drums and just Halka's guitar play. And I really did enjoy her voice more here because her voice is a little bit, I would say, delicate. So it felt like she was kind of belting it out, kind of almost not screaming it, but planting a flag. There was some rage in there. She was saying, yeah, this is it. Are you listening? That kind of thing. I was definitely listening. So yeah, really, really cool. Really enjoyed that one. So thank you, Tabitha, for this awesome request and for all your support. You've been absolutely amazing for a long time now, and we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Tabitha, for this Asterism request. It really hit the spot. More like this will be much appreciated. And of course, thank you for your support. If you enjoyed this episode, guys, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and click the little bell icon so you'll get notified on all our future videos. If you have a song in mind you'd like us to react to, please make a request through BuyMeACoffee. The link is at the top of the description below. Thank you all for sticking with us. Thank you all for your time.
As always, our Asterism reactions playlist should be up on the screen sometime about now. Awesome band, awesome stuff. Give it a click and check it out, guys. I'm sure you're going to like it as much as we have. Thank you so much for all the support you're throwing our way. We appreciate you. We'll be back in a couple of days with a new episode, and we hope to see you all then. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye for now.
Bye, guys.